So it's Tsunoda, Aitken, and I can't exactly see who's ahead of Aitken, but we'll figure it out now. Look at the grip advantage compared to Tsunoda's old odds. We absolutely school Tsunoda through the third corner into T4, and while we do it, we set a purple sector. I mean, look at this. Here we go. Aitken, once again, the drive of this car is just so much better. Up the
they shooting. I made you look. You a slave to a page in my rhyme book. They shoot.
And we're back. After yesterday's feature race, the top 8 drivers have been reversed on the grid, setting up some exciting action as we launch into today's event, the sprint race. Alongside me today, I'm delighted to welcome back to the commentary box the 2012 GP2 champion, Davide Valsecchi. There looks to be a challenging race ahead of the drivers today, Davide. With that in mind, what are you looking out for today?
Well, Alex, I want to see how the drivers at the back of the grid are going to roll down. They'll need to make an impact in the early stages, and they're probably hoping for a bit of luck at the start. We may see some bold maneuvers out there today.
Hello guys, Turbocharged 51 over here. I hope you're having a splendid day wherever you are in the world. Guys, we're back with the F2 2020 Self-Created Championship here for the sprint race around the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. Guys, if you haven't checked out yesterday's feature race, what are you doing? Probably the most insane race of the F2 season thus far. But we are heading straight in towards the sprint race, not wasting any time. Make sure to drop a like down below on the video. It's only going to take you 2 seconds. Check out the links in the description down below. And trust me, by the end of this race, if you are not yet subscribed, you're going to want to be subscribed because it's going to be a good one. But still, that feature race, please don't check out this race before you've checked out yesterday's episode because you will be disappointed. But guys, it is time for the 5 red lights for the sprint race here around the Barcelona. Here we go, and let's go for the sprint race here in Spain. Final time this weekend, the F2 cars are out on track. It is a squiggly start for a lot of guys. They are pulling in and out to try and make the moves into the first corner, but Christian Lundgaard leads Callum Eilert into the first corner. Side by side for Luca Ghiotto and Giuliano Alesi, followed right behind by the feature race winner yesterday, Guan Yu Zhou, and right behind him it is Roy Nissany. But what a beautiful start here from all the drivers. It's the first time we've had a race start in dry conditions, to give you a hint about how good yesterday's feature race was. But here we go, from P7 on the grid, thanks to our second place yesterday in the feature race. Look at Guan Yu Zhou. He just had an absolute rocket attached to his car on his launch. He bolted and he's gone. Look at that. We actually go side by side with Samaya. We go up the inside of Tsunoda, as actually he focuses more on Samaya going around the outside. So we are still now in still P7. Yes, we are still in P7, right behind Roy Nissany. We're actually pushing him through the third corner. The grip of my high downforce setup is just giving me so much more mid-corner grip than the AI. Right around the outside of Nissany, and we are now going right wheel to wheel with yesterday's feature race winner, Guan Yu Zhou. Now guys, if you did watch yesterday's feature race, you will know the tire situation here around Spain. The degradation of the tires are insane. So a lot of these drivers, look at Guan Yu Zhou. He's on a set of soft compound tires and look at Christian Lundgaard as well. The leader of the race is on a set of soft compound tires, as well as Callum Eilert, because the drivers, even the AI, think they can't make it to the end of this 100% sprint race because the tire wear is too harsh. Remember, the sprint race is shorter than the feature race. I'm not exactly sure by how much. I think the feature race is 180 kilometers and the sprint race is 100. Not the point. The point is the race is shorter, and even the AI think one set of hard tires will not make it to the end, because remember, in the sprint race you don't have to make a pit stop. You have to try and stretch one set of tires towards the end because the race is shorter. But still, if you can't do it, you have to make a pit stop. You're still allowed to make a pit stop. So guys, this really was like very, a bit of a brain scratcher for me. But you guys can see I'm stuck behind Guan Yu Zhou because he's stuck behind Christian Lundgaard. No, who's that? Is that Lungo? No, it's Giotto. Sorry, it's Giotto. And he couldn't get past him on his soft tire. So I just said yeet it up the inside. And now, because guys, we had pace. And remember, we missed out on the win yesterday with literally 1 lap. If there was 1 extra lap, either we would have gotten a puncture, or we would have actually taken Guan Yu Zhou for the win. But we are now in 5th place, right behind Giotto. Here we go, DRS is open, and as we start lap 4, we pull alongside Giotto, but the overspeed is going to be too much for Giotto to defend against, and into the first corner. Giotto actually is later to the brakes. I leave him a bit of space, but also give him a mild pinch towards the inside, so that is us now up into P4. And guys, after I missed out on the win yesterday by literally 1 lap, I am motivated to get this win today. We now are right behind Giuliano Alesi for P3 in this race. We are a man on a mission, and oh guys, we are so far ahead in the championship. But this was just, I was going I was having so much fun. Didn't think about points, didn't think about anything stressful, just having a ton of fun. So we are in P3 now, but now the 2 guys in the lead, Lungard and iiTzAssassins, who are on the softs, who made a gap, are starting to, their tires are starting to drop off. So you guys can see, I just set the fastest lap of the race. So now their tires are starting to drop off and mine are starting to come into their peak. So now we need to see when are they coming into the pit lane, because their tires will not last this 26 laps. I can guarantee you guys that if the hards can't last 25 laps, 26 laps, how are the softs? Does Jeff got to say anything? No, he's not. Okay, now he's going to speak.
You're currently in P3. iiTzAssassins ahead. The gap to the car ahead is 1.7 seconds. They're on old softs. Alesi behind. Okay, the gap behind is 3.5 seconds. They're on old hards. Our gap to first place is 3.3 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 18 laps to go.
Okay, guys, back to my story. If the hard tires, which are 2 compounds harder than the softs, can't make it to the end, how the hell are the softs going to make it to the end? And you guys can see here, we've caught up to the back of Callum iiTzAssassins. I think this is 1 or 2 laps later, and we are on the back of iiTzAssassins. And Lungard is not far ahead. So we are actually going to go for the lead of the race now. Here we go. The rear wing is open. DRS is open. Here we go. iiTzAssassins does actually not have DRS on Lungard. He's just outside the 1 second range. Side by side for myself and the Univirtuosi driver. But we are ahead of him before we head into the first corner. And that is us now up into P2. And guys, trust me, I pushed so hard. I knew that these hards were not going to make it to the end. So not in a rainy situation, we are actually going to make a legitimate pit stop in a sprint race. This sprint race is going to be absolutely action-packed, I can guarantee it. Heading towards the middle on the, I don't know what to say. At the end of the middle sector track, we go around the outside of Christian Lungard. He left the door wide open. What a beautiful move. Let's have a replay of an onboard for once. An onboard replay, which is always, all nice and dandy. It's a spicy. Here we go. Into the very quick right-hander, which in F1 cars and qualifying is flat out. We open up DRS, and I am just so close. I'm like, what the hell? Let's go for the move. He defends inside. We go outside, take the esports line as much as possible. We have to have a little bit of avoidance to not hit Lungard. And through the corner for this next one, I just pinch him. And that is us now up into the lead of the sprint race. But we've still got to make a pit stop. Guys, so basically what I'm going to do now, I'm going to push like an absolute madman. I'm going to throw the kitchen sink at it. I'm not even going to throw the kitchen sink at it. I'm going to throw the bloody washing machine at it, because now we need to make sure we can build a big enough gap that when we come out on our soft tires, which we qualified on, they're not going to be brand spanking new. It's going to be the set we qualified on, which we didn't qualify actually on because we invalidated our lap very late in the lap. Not the point. They're not new, but the tires will make it to the end as far as I am concerned. So actually, look at this. The soft tire runners are going on to a second set of softs. So they are going hyper aggressive here. So they are going off of a new set of softs onto their quali sets. So wow, this is going to be a very interesting race now. Hopefully we have some few interesting overtakes here. But we are going from hards to softs, guys, because after yesterday when I went over the line at more than 75% wear, I was very fearful of a puncture. So I don't want to take that chance again. So I want to try and push till about 9 to 8 laps to go and then go on to my softs. Here comes Callum Eilert the very next lap into the lane, and he is also going on to a second set of softs as far as I know. But we are still staying out, guys, setting very, very good laps, not fastest laps, but we are really not like 8 or 9 tenths slower than our fastest lap. We are nearly matching it every lap, maybe sometimes just slightly slower. So it's going well for us at this stage. Eilert onto a second set of soft. Here comes a bunch of the other drivers. Here comes Lundgaard. Will he come out ahead of Eilert? Yes, he will resume in ahead of Eilert. But guys, the question is, some of these drivers who are conserving their tires. I mean, look, even Mick Schumacher is coming in off of the hards onto the softs. So if the AI, some of these drivers are going to try and do what Guan Yu Zhou did yesterday. They're going to try and conserve their tires to the end. How little tires are they going to have left? It's 26 laps on a set of tires. That's insane. So here we come into the lane. It's the end of lap 17, the start of lap 18. So you guys can see what's that. It was 26 laps, so we've got 8 laps to go, basically. 8/9. So here we go. Who is actually that now in the lead? If it's Guan Yu Zhou again, I am going to scream. Is that Guan Yu Zhou? No, but Guan Yu Zhou started on the soft. It can't be Zhou. It's Giuliano Alesi! Are you kidding me? It's Giuliano Alesi for BWT Race Lab.
We'll be able to push sooner once these scrubbed tyres are up to speed.
Then they're going to get up to speed really quickly, Jeff. Don't you worry. So, guys, we come out in P7 right behind Pedro Piquet, but there's a nice gaggle of cars right ahead of us. So we're going to make quick work of these guys because still, even though these softs are not brand spanking new, they are still a very quick compound, and I think we're still going to be able to do a lot with these tires. So here we go into T4. You guys can see I'm already taking off heaps of time on PK. Sonoda is actually in P5. I think Sonoda is going to the end. He's going to try and, just freaking firm it. Mick Schumacher just takes the fastest lap of the race. There's yellow flags in sector 1. I don't know why exactly. Maybe a little bit of contact or debris on track. But here we go. You guys see at the end of lap 18, I'm already on the back of PK. We take a very wide line through the fourth to last corner and into the chicane. We just absolutely do PK. We embarrass PK a bit. But that is us now up into, what's that, P6? And now we're chasing after Yuki Tsunoda again. I think Tsunoda is tired of seeing this orange and black MP Motorsport car in his mirrors. DRS is open. We are not close enough to make a move, but you guys can see I am just absolutely sending it on these guys. So it's Tsunoda, Aitken, and I can't exactly see who's ahead of Aitken, but we'll figure it out now. Look at the grip advantage compared to Tsunoda's old hards. We absolutely school Tsunoda through the third corner into T4, and while we do it, we set a purple sector. I mean, look at this. Here we go. Aitken, once again, the drive of this car is just so much better. Up the inside of Jack Aitken. It's Roy Nissany. Actually, the Nissany is basically in a podium position, but unfortunately not for long. Okay, into this next part. On the brakes, here we go. Mount the curb, both inside curbs. Beautiful run through there. Will we do to Nissany what we did to Lundgaard earlier in this sprint race? Through the corner, open up DRS. Here we go. Nissany has got nothing to do. He's pushing me to the outside. I go to the inside, very late into the brakes. I take a very awkward line into there, but I park the car on the apex, and that is us now once again back up into the podium positions. But now with, what's that? What's it? 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. With 7 laps to go, I've got 13 seconds to gain on this man, Giuliano Alesi. So Giuliano Alesi is leading the way on his one-stop preservation strategy, with Luca Ghiotto in P2 on the same strategy. We are in P3. Going for the one-stop strategy from hards to softs. In P4, you've got, come on, can we please go to P4? You've still got Roy Nissany defending from Jack Aitken and Yuki Tsunoda right behind. So that's the top 6. In P7, you've got Pedro Piquet. So Piquet is actually still in the points with Samaya, the second Campos car, in P8. You've got Christian Lundgaard and Eilert, who were leading this thing. Oh my word, they are in P9 and P10. At this rate, they might not even get points, but they might make quick work of Samaya. So we'll see. Now you guys can see here, heading towards the end of lap 20. Oh, a little bit of a corner cut there. You didn't see anything. We've got 2 warnings and then a penalty. So I misused one. But here we go. Across the line, fastest lap.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Ghiotto is ahead of you. Gap to car in front is 8.3 seconds. They're on old hards. Their tyres are 20 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 31.1. You're gaining by 2 seconds a lap.
Did you guys hear that? We are gaining by 2 seconds a lap. But if you guys can see, we are now towards the end of lap 22. There's only 4 laps to go, and it's still a 5.2 second gap to Giotto, which I still need to pass, and then it's 7.7 seconds to Giuliano Alesi. I mean, and look at that, guys. I'm only a tenth and a half off of my fastest lap. The softs are starting to feel very second-hand now. 62% on that left front. But we are pushing like an absolute madman. I at least want to try and get P2 again. But I mean, we've got 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. The gap is 2 seconds. Let's do this, boy. Come on. It's 4 seconds to Alesi, guys. I think I'm not going to be able to touch Alesi. It's not happening. But here we go, guys. On board with Alesi. This is now the start of the final lap of the... Oh, is this the penultimate lap? I'm not exactly sure, but no, it's the final lap. It's the final lap. So we have started the final lap. Alesi is out of our reach, but we can still get a second P2 this weekend if we can get the move done on Luca Giotto. Let's go. The most experienced man in the F2, on the F2 grid for 2020, Luca Giotto. You have to see we've still got a grip advantage. Those hearts of them have been are absolutely knackered. There's nothing they can do. Through the corner, you can see I've got such great speed. We are right behind Giotto. Will we go for the move around the outside? We try it, but Giotto just sticks his car on the racing line. We have to take avoiding action there not to bump him. 75% on that left front again. Here we go. It's a puncture! No! We've had a puncture! On the last lap of the Grand Prix, and Nasani is 14 seconds behind, and this last corner has got so many right-handed corners. I'm gonna have no grip when I go right. I mean, look at the no. Stay out of the gravel trap, guys. That is P2. That has just been stolen. Well, that has just been taken away from us by the tire. Are we going to do a Lewis Hamilton 2020 British Grand Prix where we come across the line with 3 tires? We're gonna have to. Giuliano Alesi wins the sprint race with Luca Giotto and P2. I rewind a few seconds just so you guys can see I've got no front end turning when I need to turn right. Turning left is not a problem because then the weight is on the right hand tire. But turning left is absolute, it just aches. But going through the final corner, the gap is 7 seconds, 6.5 seconds, 5.5 seconds. We are just gonna make it across the line for P3. Oh my goodness.
Yes, that's a podium. Excellent drive. The team have worked especially hard this weekend, and this is a fantastic reward.
Here's our winner pulling their Arden into Parc Ferme then. What a fantastic race. And Davide Valsecchi, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
The difference was in the strategy. Credit to the driver for sure, but races like this really drive home how much of a team sport this is. They did a lot of work on the pit wall to really make the most of each stint and to make the best use of these tires. But that said, all of that would have been for nothing without a talented hand on the wheel.
And it's time now for the podium celebrations. How well deserved is this one? This is a team all about giving talented young drivers an opportunity to race and to win. Arden are your winners here today. Now then,
David Samaya, that was a quality drive from start to finish. He can be proud of that one.
after all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
Absolutely fantastic weekend. Guys, look at the championship. We're 151 points ahead of Jack Aitken, who is now in P2. Marcus Armstrong, we finally figured out the second ART. Oh my goodness, finally. Schwartzman is in P4, Sonoda P5. But guys, it's basically going to be a battle between those guys who gets P2. And in the team's standings, because I'm so far ahead with the drivers, yeah, the team's standings is not really a competition at this stage, which I'm very, very disappointed at. I feel the F2 cars and AI are not optimized to the best possible level on the game. I feel that there needs to be a little bit more TLC given towards the F2 cars to make it a little bit harder, because the F2 guys, I'm on max AI and it's a challenge, but it's not overly challenging like the F1. I don't have to work as hard to get good results as with the F1. So besides that, I've got no gripe with the F2. It's still one of the most fun things to do on the F1 game. So yeah, we're 136 points ahead in the team's championship, ahead of ART, and then Prima and Univirtuosi are actually, they can still take this from ART. So I think it's going to be interesting to see who's going to get second and third in the team's championship as well. And then heading towards the weekend results, guys, even though we started last, we didn't qualify first, so that's no 4 points. That goes to Yuki Tsunoda. We started last in the feature race 1. We still got second, 18 points. We started 7th in the sprint race. We ended 3rd. That's 10 points. And we took fastest lap in both races. So that's 4 points, 2 points per fastest lap per race. So I don't know what to say. It's still been a dominant weekend from us. And I'm not going to lie, guys, this is probably the most fun I've had with the F2 cars yet. And there's been almost all of the races have been absolutely insanely fun. But this one, because I had no stress about the points and everything, I just went all hell. Freaking through, not even just the dishwasher at it, through the entire kitchen at it. I just went crazy. We did suffer a puncture at the end. It's the first time that has ever happened to me, but you know what? There's a first time for everything, and this was still a butt ton of fun. 2 podiums, and I'm satisfied. I'm the driver that still got the most points this weekend, and just an absolutely fun weekend. And I mean, having to do a 2-stop in a sprint race, that was so much fun. It just put so much more unknowns into this race. You couldn't predict something in this race, and I enjoyed every damn second of it. So I'm very satisfied with this weekend, guys. I'm sure you guys would have enjoyed the videos so much. So yeah, I will give this one a thumbs up. So guys, talking about thumbs up, go down below and drop a like down below on the video. It's only going to take you a nifty 2 seconds. Guys, make sure to go check out the links in the description down below. Follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and on Facebook. Make sure to check out Falcon Gaming, my South African gaming clan. We are really growing in recent times, and I would love if you guys can check it out a bit. And then finally, make sure to go check out my second channel, So Watch Gaming, that I run with iiTzAssassins. It's not a sim racing channel. It's more of your more popular games, if I can put it that way. We have a lot of fun. Video content over there is not as frequent as here on Turbo Fox Racers, but we try and do what we can. iiTzAssassins is busy with university, and also my main channel will always stay my main priority, but there are a few new videos in the pipeline as well. So heading towards the end of this video, guys, I can't believe we're done. It's been, I mean, come on. The feature race combined with this inside sprint race, it was beautiful. It was beautiful, it was sexy, and I enjoyed it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for staying till the end. Remember to do all those nice and dandy things, and comment down below. Drop a comment down below and tell me what was your favorite overtake of the entire weekend with the feature and the sprint race. I would love to know what you guys think, or what was your standout moment of the weekend. Let me know in the comments down below. I would love to chat to you guys. But guys, that's been the bit of the video. I'll see y'all for what video ever comes next. And remember, I love you guys, and I'll see y'all next time. Cheers!
Tell me the truth, do you even feel the same way that I do? Looking for proof.